my salad with pistachio nuts, haven't we? A rocket salad. It's going to be
Yeah, look
good.
at us being little young adults.
And Rosie's mum's bringing over some cake and stuff. And I got
My
some
mum made the
wine.
best cheesecake. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, is that what she's made? Cheesecake.
Yeah, Rosie,
I'm
can
just
you
gonna
do a
drink.
vlog about skin? You should do that.
Yeah, I can do I was going to do a YouTube video about skin.
Rosie, the dog wants to go outside.
Okay, I actually will this time.
I have to say, just give up dairy. It's really shit for you anyway. Healthy lifestyle, everything.
Yeah, that's it. Drink like water. What I say, I know this is really obvious, but I'm just going to say, I have clear skin, and then recently I've had a little bit of bad skin. You can see it a little bit in old vlogs, it's got better now, and it was literally all my own fault. I just was squeezing my skin, and you shouldn't do it, and I know probably a million people have told you not to, but I had like nothing there. I used to have really clear skin, and I was just like messing about with it, picking at the skin. Don't do it, makes your skin worse. Don't do it, don't be tempted to do it. I've stopped now, and it's just like clearing up.
I used to squeeze my skin all the time.
Yeah, you can get in bad habits, but like, do you know what?
I used to love squeezing skin.
If you're picking a skin and doing anything, looking too closely at yourself in the mirror. First of all, no one looks at you that close, and second of all, climb in front of the mirror. And there's nothing wrong with like dressing around like dog slob.
No, I'm just looking at you that close.
Yeah,
like,
no one does it. No,
my mum was so cute when I had like really bad acne. I'd be feeling really shit about myself, and I'd be crying, and I literally would be so depressed. And my mum used to come in, she goes, "Sausage, I can't even see it." And I'm like, "Mum, I've got eyes, okay? There's only so much you can be nice, Mum, about this. I can see it on my face." But she said so much. I walk out the door like, maybe you can't see it.
When I'm off, sometimes it's fine, and if I had someone with bad skin and no makeup, all I think was fair play. I'd think, oh, fair, you don't have to cover
you
up.
don't have to sit when you're else.
And I feel like if you've got acne, it's not that visible, but I feel if you have one big spot, it's more noticeable on a clear skin than if you had a real bad acne. So I feel like other people just see your face and accept it as it is. Like, I just see people, if they're big, small, if they've got bad skin, good skin, if they've got bad teeth, good teeth, whatever. Like, I just look at people and I'm just like, oh, well, that's what they look like. And so if you're worried about yourself, you might, let's say your skin's bad and it's normally good, then it's normally good, but it's so bad right now. But other people just see them like, oh, that's what you look like. Like, people are busy thinking their own thoughts. Like, they're not judging you that much. Their jicks, so.
Don't worry if you hold it bad.
Please stop pushing me over.
Sorry, I was going to give a second. Because I've been thinking, and I've been having a time. That so many of you going through really difficult times, whether it's...
We get a lot of questions, don't we, saying
whether it's
a hard time.
How, confident you feel within yourself, or how confident you think others will, whatever. Mm-hmm. I just think that, just try to relax, because when people say, oh, it gets better, like, I know that doesn't really help a lot of the time, because at the time that you feel so shit, you're like, well, that doesn't help me.
And you're also like, how? When?
You're like, how? When? The thing is, you can't predict when it's going to get better. You don't even know how. You don't know why. And you don't know who might come into your life
no one
to be
can
the
tell
catalyst to actually make that happen. But, like...
Or what will be the catalyst.
You have to have a little bit of faith. And because honestly, I've seen so many cases of people having the worst times. But it's been like, I'm not being, like, bringing it back to me, but look at me. Like,
you had a bad
family
time.
was so bad with me being gay, like, so bad.
And you had worse, you've always had it, it will never go away. But you weren't coping as well with it.
Right, so I had that
understand it as well.
But like look at the 180 my lovely mother has done.
I could breastfeed off Rosie's mum. She loves me that much. If I was in need, she would get her tea out and just give it me. If I was like, Barbara, I'm thirsty, but she loves me that much.
So, these things do happen, and, it will happen, but my mum was just like...
I'm weaning off heat right now.
When I told my mum that I was going to marry Rosie, the reaction was just priceless. It was just so...
As in bad.
Negative. And I think she even said,
what
are you doing that for?
Yeah.
That was all I had.
And now...
So I cried,
it.
straight away. I walked out, I was in Emma Carlisle's house, I cried so much.
Because I didn't know, was that when you asked me to marry you? Had you actually asked me?
Yeah,
I remember that.
Rang my mum's
so I did know, I remember that. I remember
so
you rang me afterwards.
And then, she wouldn't talk to me about the wedding ever. And then my mum and dad and my brother were going to go to Venice.
Yeah.
And I never told internet this.
So
I never told them.
I know. So you were meant to go on family holiday.
Do you remember, like 2 years ago, when I was in Venice, but I wasn't because there were no pictures? And we were like, "You having a good time?" I just didn't answer anyone. Well, I didn't go because I found my family so badly.
They said something about me as well. Didn't you? So basically, without revealing too much, because
they didn't say anything horrible about you. No, they didn't say anything horrible about you. They said something horrible, like about me.
Was it about relationship?
I don't know, but it was so bad that they went to Venice and I said,
I'm not going.
I didn't speak to them for 8 weeks, and it was the worst time of my life.
And this is when we were on YouTube.
And this is when this is like not very long ago. We were living in Worcester, and like I cried every day.
And the reason we didn't tell people wasn't because we knew it could help people, but the fact is that she had okay and then gone backwards and then wasn't okay again. Because I think she okay farted and it's so bad.
Whereas it's alright. It's just sympathy fart. It's okay. I understand. But no, it was really, it was really, really bad. It was literally like the worst time. And like, I didn't speak to my mum for 2 months, and then I said to my mum,
physically, whether I don't know to this day whether you were so upset or whether you were ill, so like puking and had like a stomach bug, and it
was so difficult to do YouTube because I was like, how can I even act like I'm happy? Like, this is the worst time of my life. And I feel like sharing this now because, like, obviously,
because people have hard times, and we realise this.
I never talk really very openly about like the hard, rough times that we have because we want our channel to be like a break from that for other people. But I feel like sometimes, in order for you guys to
share and help.
But yeah, it was really, really bad. I told my mum she moved to. And we didn't know we were moving to somewhere. In actual fact, we moved just us. I said, don't bother talking to me.
You said I'm moving house by one
dress because you clearly don't want anything to do with my life or my lifestyle or whatever. Just that's it. I'm gonna cut ties with you. Like, I love you, but like fuck you. I don't want to know.
And during this time though, my mum was really good. She was really good, wasn't she? Really supportive.
And that made it harder.
It did, because it highlighted, because she was trying to help, and it was brilliant that you had the comfort, but it also highlighted that your mum was being really negative at the time. But I can't stress enough how much Barbara and Hayden both, I love them as parents, and they love me. Like, I love them, they're my family. I'm married into their family, they're literally my parents-in-law, father and mother-in-law, and I love them. And, you know, when they, like, get old or whatever, like, I'll help look after them.
I'll be like,
because that's
fuck
what you do.
you!
That's what you do with family. Like, I am strong with family. Like,
exactly.
I love them. Like.
So, but look, you know, it's really crazy because my mum was just like, suddenly and I made up with her. I was like, you know what, mum? No, she said, I'm sorry, I love you.
She rang you and said sorry, which was really nice. And then, she was really sweet because she said, is Rosie mad at, she said, are you mad at me?
Yeah.
And you were like,
yeah, I fucking am mad at you.
And I was really, you know, hurt you. I was upset about that. You know, you need them.
But you were really against her once.
No, but I think so. And I think we're people, everybody makes mistakes up, and then as long as they say sorry and get it right. So
Mum came around when she realised that I was fucking serious. I was like, if you don't, then that's it. Don't have a relationship with me if you can't accept me for everything. Just fuck off. Like, I don't want any of it. I don't want this half-assed, like, oh, I'll love you for the bits I'm proud of you for, but not the rest that I don't like. It's like, no, I'm your daughter. You love me unconditionally. Otherwise, you can just leave. Okay? Okay. So that's what happened. And then she was like, right, I'm full in, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And to this day, she apologises all the time because she loves Rosie so much now. And I think it was a lot of her problems as well. Like, when we got married, she had to tell her family. And by the end of it, she was like, well, Rosie's getting married to a woman, and we love her.
Everyone, yeah.
And she was just like, once she did it a bunch of times, and then she was like, she was
really worried if people would react, but then didn't she work with someone who had it made it a lot better.
Strong white woman who don't need family. Yeah. Wow, we do all need family. It's but not someone who doesn't love me unconditionally for my parts and all.
Yeah, well,
It's ironic, really, because my mum loves me the most out of all three kids. So no, you can tell Laura Dix. You can tell Laura Dix.
Your mummy loves me.
Yeah, she does. So yeah, so the moral of the story is. Everybody has bad times. And what I was saying about you like before, when I was saying, you know, don't think that what you see on the internet is just all we're happy and everything all the time. Because, you know,
so that proves that some whole thing happened, and that doesn't negate the fact that Jeff's moved to a different wall. That doesn't negate the fact that we do a lot into our lives and
all
stuff,
real,
and or fake anything. Like if we're happy in front of the camera, we're happy in front of the camera. Like I don't feel bad mood, so if we're being funny on camera, we're genuinely laughing and being funny on camera. Like I would never film in a bad mood or whatever. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not filming because whatever. But that still all happened, and so we weren't going to fucking film that.
What was I going to do?
You know
like
what I mean?
live tweet, like,
yeah, be like,
it's
oh,
the fourth hour. I drove
Yeah.
from my mum's house at 4 in the morning because that's when her flight was. And
can I tell you from my perspective? Because basically, Rose was meant to go on to Venice with her family, so I was like, okay, bye. And I remember I had during Christmas, I was like, bye, because you go for like a week or something, or 10 days. And then I went to bed that night alone because even lived in up from me, didn't you? You like stayed over all the time, and I went to bed alone at midnight, like really early morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning, and you're crying, and I was like, what's going on? You're like, they've gone to Venice because they got really early to catch the plane, and you're like, and I didn't, and you told me all this stuff, and then you're like, I'm driving to you, and I was like, stay there, because you were so upset. I was like, you're going to get in a car accident or something, I really didn't want you to drive. I was like,
Beyonce on.
You kept being like,
right.
no, I'm going to drive, and you cried all the way home, and I was like, oh my God, I'm really worried about you. I was like, don't text, like as in while you're driving, like yeah. It was horrible to me, and I really looked after you. I think
you did a really good job.
I remember.
And you did a good job not against my mum. You were really good.
Yeah, but I, out of everyone, understand that, like, because I've had families, that parents can really, really break the heart. But the fact is, I personally think that if you can make her up, it hurts more if you don't.
But also, I don't hold it against my mum, because you have to, like, everybody has an opinion and you have to respect their opinion as long as it's not, like, really obviously offensive. But, like, she obviously needed to have, like, she kind of technically had to come out to her family because I was gay, so she was the mother of a gay girl. So I had to respect that she needed time to, like, process that. So I can't be like, oh my God, you should love me unconditionally, whatever. But I had to obviously respect that she was going through something, so I did. But up to a point.
You've got to let people get, some people have to come around to it. And also, like, for example, like, Rose's mum isn't heavily Christian or anything, but you've got to remember the way people are brought up as well, because Rose's parents went to, like, a Christian Sunday school thing.
It was actually Catholic, I think.
Yeah, Catholic, like, religious school. And so, although she's not, but yes, I'm a Christian or Catholic or whatever, if you're young, like, she was young at school where they were drilling
a way of life, and it is a belief,
right?
It's like,
so it's like
what you do.
It's school, isn't it? If you go there every week, you get taught something, then that's kind of drummed into you, and it's really hard. It can be done, but it's and we're proof of this with her mum. But it's really hard if you've been told something since childhood. It's really hard to then think, okay, so should I believe that? Like, what if everything I believe is wrong? And it is hard to change your ways, especially if you live your entire life thinking a certain way.
Listen, the moral of the story is Fifth Harmony are having a private gig on Friday or sometime next week, and we need to be there. So get us tickets. Link. Anyway, so there you go. I just wanted you guys to know that we're all human. We'll have our shit times, and you know, just because we don't always share them doesn't mean they don't go through just as many hard times as you guys might. I'm not saying we all have the same problems and the